Welcome back to the Slasher Siblings podcast. I'm your co-host Cicely.
I'm your host Hayden.
Today we're talking about the movie Spree. Came out in 2020. It has no rating. It came out... Nope, that's not what I meant. It's an hour and 33 minutes long. And it got a 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's not fair.
Thirsty for a following, Kurt Kunkel is a rideshare driver who has figured out a deadly plan to go viral.
And before we get into it, go ahead and read that question.
What big cat does Malcolm McDowell's character turn into after mating with a human woman in the 1982 film Cat People? The answer is Black Panther. So Black Panther is a big cat and a human woman.
Weird.
In case you guys didn't know what a Black Panther was.
Well, this Black Panther.
All of them.
All of them
Ever.
are part women. So, let's get into our movie here. I enjoy this movie. This is probably the fourth time I've seen it, and like the third time I've seen it in the last month, because this movie's pretty good.
This was my first time watching it.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
I did
I like
too.
the style of...
Yeah. It's
I
different.
like,
it's unique.
yeah, because I feel like that kind of style of movie keeps you more intrigued.
Yeah.
Well, me at least. I like movies that are like... look like they were self-made. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like docu-series, like
yeah.
Paranormal Activity and stuff
I get
like
what
that.
you mean. Yeah, I think that's why I like the Paranormal Activities so much.
Yeah.
I watched like the first 3 or something, and I liked
They
all
keep
3
me
of them.
more like intrigued because I'm like, oh, this is more personal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Speaking of that, I really like the YouTube intro opening.
Yeah, I really
It's
like that.
What
I
up,
couldn't look
guys?
away.
Kurt's World 96 here.
Yeah.
I like that style of him opening up the movie the same way, like he's opening his like YouTube video or whatever. I like we were saying, that's like super unique into a way. Well, I can't really think of too many movies that were like basically a compilation of a bunch of
Like
YouTube videos or
you know how
streams.
long that probably took him to film all that? And I think he was posting it like actually. I remember seeing his stuff and seeing Kurt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
After the movie, he still posted as Kurt Kunkel on his...
Yeah, and
on
I
his
saw
social
it,
media.
and I was like, who? I was like, that is Steve Harrington.
Yeah.
That's Joe Keery.
Yep,
But he's
Kurt
saying
Kunkel.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
he has his own...
I didn't realize it was attached to that movie until he said it's
No.
Kurt's World, and I was like, wait, I know Kurt.
Yeah,
I know the character Kurt.
because you've seen his
Because I follow him on
Instagram and
everything.
stuff.
Yeah.
I like how right from the beginning it shows an obsessive need to be going viral.
Yeah.
Like how obsessed he is with just the fact that, oh, I follow for follow, and
Follow for follow.
and the way he talked about everything, and like how desperately he needed to be popular, I guess. It was very apparent from the very beginning, and I like that they just threw that out there and was like, this is what the movie's about, and it's just he wants to be viral. That's it. And he's willing to do anything for it. And I like the setting up of the lesson. He's like setting up the cameras and
in the car?
in the
I
car he
love
has all
that
the
part.
cameras, and he's like getting your
I know.
rig together.
He's like looking into each camera.
I love that part.
I thought it was so funny.
And he's like giving like a tutorial or whatever
On
like,
how to set this car up.
Yeah, like it's
And
such a cool way.
It's weird if you don't know anything about the movie. Like, clearly I knew there was going to be something gory or just scary because of we were doing it.
If you turned
but
it on by accident or
if
you fell asleep and
well,
it came on or
it's
something.
labeled a comedy. So
Yeah.
if you wouldn't know that what Like,
comedy,
I knew it
mystery,
was going
horror.
to have to be some sort of horror if we were doing it.
Yeah,
But I didn't realize it was going to be like that,
yeah,
which I really liked.
yep. But him setting the whole thing up and obviously premeditating this
That's what I
whole
was
thing
going to say.
is a really interesting input into
Yeah.
the movie, especially at the beginning. But he gets his first customer. It's that dude with the beard. And my favorite part of this movie that I find the funniest out of this whole movie is his interaction with the racist comments.
He
He goes, say it with me. I'm white and I'm proud. He goes, yeah, no.
I know.
The way that it was, he's an excellent actor.
He's great.
He really
I
is.
really do like him.
And
a
the
lot.
way that he was, no.
No.
It was the way he acted in that scene that just made this movie so much better for me. I see where the comedy aspect comes
Yeah.
from, and then obviously later we
Obviously,
see
I can see where the comedy is, because
Yeah.
there were some funny
Oh,
parts.
yeah. he's like, all right, guys, being racist isn't
not-
cool.
Isn't cool. I know. I was like, that's great. I love
Yeah,
that.
I love the way he was in this movie. He
Me
did
too.
such a wonderful job. And of course, this is the first like interaction with Bobby Budley that we get.
Yeah. Do you follow that guy in real life?
I actually have a fear fact about him. We'll get
Okay.
to at the end.
Do you know who he is,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
You know which Vine I'm talking about
Yep.
specifically?
Yeah, there's a
What up?
fear. There's a fear. Don't
Okay,
say anything
okay.
yet.
He's funny.
This is our first interaction with Bobby Budley, and it's just straight cringe. It's like a huge. It's hilarious. I mean, it's cringe on purpose, but it reminds me of like the older, like Logan Paul, Jake Paul videos.
Yeah.
From when they were young. Well, when we were all younger, I guess.
Vine days?
Like the Vine days and the way they used to act.
Yeah.
It seemed like that's what
Yeah.
Bobby Budley was like being, if you know what I mean. Very, very cringe. The whole
Quinge.
the hoverboard and stealing
Yeah.
the phone, and I'm in my home fucking theater. I'm so grateful, and it's all thanks to you guys.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb, but it's funny. But the racist guy drinks the water, and as he's like, I don't know, dying or whatever's happening when you drink the water, I like that it shows the video of him drugging that water. It's like the tutorial is like, you just gotta stick the syringe in right on the label, and you take your hot glue gun that's been heating up for a minute, and you just dab it.
Uh-huh.
I like that little inclusion.
That's when I realized what he was doing.
Hmm. And it's cool that like they added the pieces in.
Yeah, like
They
they
didn't
kind
tell
of
you.
put it together.
Yeah. And it's just little pieces of him going crazier and crazier as we go through the movie. It's just not like from the beginning, like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill these people. Like, he said it at the beginning, but you're like, oh, yeah, you're going to kill these people.
Yeah.
And then by the end, he actually did what
Yeah.
he meant. And then this is when we get our first victim, too.
It's like a modern day murderer.
Yeah. Like a very
like, this
modern
could
day.
happen.
It very well could.
I mean, we don't have Uber around here,
I
around
mean,
these parts.
You can. It's
You
just
can, but does
not-
anyone really do it?
No. But yeah, we have our first victim. I'm just gonna say I don't feel too bad about that one. He was a giant douche.
Because
that
you're
guy.
pretty cool for a libtard. I was like, shut
Just
up.
And then we get the second passenger, the real estate agent lady.
Uh-huh.
She gets in and she's just kind of ignoring Kurt while talking on the phone, and just immediately takes the water.
Yeah.
And now we know what this does and what's in it. So we know immediately she's just going to be knocked out. But
Hers was the quickest, huh?
hers was the quickest. But I want to talk. What the part of hers that I want to talk about is him. He's like, okay, we got to make sure that no one's going to be looking for this one.
Tie
so
up
you
any
gotta
loose ends.
tie up any loose ends. So you get their phone, and oh look, it's a newer one. So sometimes you have to use their face. And the way
Yeah.
he's just moving his arm around trying to get her face is hilarious.
Did you hear the text he sent to her boyfriend?
You don't even
Nope.
no one reposts your stuff anymore.
You fucking suck.
Oh, he's just
That was
excellent
funny.
in this movie. And then yes, she's the
That's gonna
second
make
victim.
me never want to drink water if I Uber ever.
Just take your
They'll
own.
be like, here, do you? No, I don't.
Just give me a charger. Then we get a glimpse of his dad while he's like getting rid of the body, quote unquote, because he's like trying to prepare for that. But his dad keeps calling him his Dewey and
Yes.
Scream. But it's real funny to see
Isn't
him.
that David Arquette?
Yeah, Dewey from Scream.
Yes, that's Courtney Cox's ex-husband.
Yes.
That's how I know who that is.
And it's real funny how we're introduced to his character. It's like, hey, I need a don't hang up on me again.
Don't hang up on me.
And then yeah, like I said, the teaching of the cover up was really funny. But we get our third passenger, and he's a total dick this whole time.
Yeah, doucher.
And to be fair, pretty much everybody that he does kill, or I guess we could say attempt to kill in this movie, are, you know, kind of fucked up in some way. So it's not like he's out murdering like 100% innocent people. The dude was a racist at the beginning. The second lady was a giant bitch to him. To her, that guy on the phone, whatever. Third dude, he's a dick just the whole time. But it's also the technical fourth passenger as well, when he goes and shares a ride with Jesse Adams. I didn't find her too funny.
I didn't think she was that funny either.
I didn't really think she was funny. But it's not like she was unfunny. She had a couple good jokes, but it was like just it was not really great funny.
It did make me LOL.
Yeah. And then Jessie gets out, so she dodged her death rather quickly. But she splashes Mario, the dickhead, in the face with the water, so it, you know, gets that shit, whatever it is, whatever that stuff is. And this is also his third kill, which is probably the coolest, to be honest.
Yeah.
Either that one or the next one, when he just runs his ass over with his car. And
He
I thought
does it very casually.
Yeah, he does. Did you notice his gear shift?
What about it?
It's kind of odd, right? He like down, over, and up and stuff. Like that's kind of odd, isn't it? That's kind of cool, I think. I don't know. I just never seen a gear shift that was automatic, that you like move it down and over and stuff. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. I just wanted to
throw that in there.
Yeah, throw it in there. And then Kurt's creeping on Jesse at this point, because I think, didn't Bobby say something about her being like so good at it or something? It's just like a bunch of shit posting.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like amazing content or anything. It's like
just random stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like there's an emphasis on like the cringy stuff making you popular, and Kurt obviously just wants to be remembered for like authentic stuff.
Yeah.
Like actually being a person. And it's like, I have to go to these lengths in order for you to notice me before you'll notice me. So,
in
I mean,
a way,
I
kind
get
of feel bad
Kurt's,
for him.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Exactly.
he's the murderer and I'm not supposed to, but I'm like, dude, these are the kind of people you just gotta fucking be nice to.
Yeah.
Just give him a fucking second of your day.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean? It's really not that hard to just be nice to people.
That's the next part I wanted to talk about, was like he's struggling with views at this point. There's like, I think, he was arguing with Bobby saying, I just hit double digits, and he's like, the most I saw was like 6, check your views or whatever, and he pulls it up and it was 9. He goes, last
Not
I
double
checked,
digits.
less than 10 was not double digit, or was single digits or whatever. And you could see like in his face, he like, changed. He
Yeah.
like got, you know, angrier, I guess you could say. And it's clear that Bobby didn't help anything in the movie. Like, he kept egging him on and pushing
Yeah.
him on and pushing him closer and closer to murdering these people.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's kind of Bobby's fault.
You know what I like to do?
Hmm.
This reminded me of it. Do you ever go on TikTok and go to the lives and just scroll and
Yeah.
just see what's up?
Like the weirdo AI things all the time. Remember when
Those,
that
but
blew up?
also there's a little old man who plays on his keyboard every night, I think.
Oh, really?
I'll go like his stuff and comment, yeah, dude. And then there's my favorite TikTok live at the moment is Hamster Rave. Have you seen it?
No.
Every night. They don't do it during the day. They do it at night.
Uh-huh.
I'll get on right after we're done and I'll find Hamster Rave for you. Somebody puts on music and plays, like, goes live on TikTok, and their hamsters just run in these sideways, like, wheels.
Nuh-uh.
So it goes, and these hamsters are running. And they call it Hamster Rave, and they have, like, strobe party lights.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the people that are like,
This is what it reminds me of. The
Yeah.
people who don't get, like, a ton of views, but I'm like, I'm here.
I'm here.
I get it.
I understand. This
I
is cool.
support. Yeah.
But yeah, Bobby obviously was like, "Oh, you suck," so he was like pushing him to do this, like get worse and worse. And then there was also that funny scene with the cop at the gas station. He's like, "I'm tipping off my tank. I'm out
Yeah.
here live, killing people."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny to see his interaction with that first cop
Oh, yeah.
at the gas station. He was like covering up the blood with his foot, just like trying to get it to go away, and then he like sat on the blood on his hood and stuff. It was very clear that he didn't exactly think of the part of cops,
Yeah. You can tell that he didn't think that he was going to get caught.
right? Because he didn't really know what to do in that situation. Then it's obvious that you know how he said that homeless hero Bobby Budley's
Yeah.
homeless hero is
Yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
It's clearly fake from
Oh,
the very
yeah.
beginning, because he puts that money on the ground, right? And it's not quite fake yet, but then you see like the homeless guy walking with the money, and he like looks right at the camera,
Uh-huh.
which I know that's the point for in the movie, but it's like he's like egging on Kurt while saying his shit is authentic, but it's clearly set up.
Yeah. You can tell it's fake.
And then like he's just like lurking in the background the whole video, like the homeless guy doesn't see him everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden he pops up behind the picnic table and does the
I
thing.
know. That
and,
was so
like,
stupid.
I know. Like it's like us watching that, I would not watch that type of video
Me
personally,
either.
because I know
No.
it's clearly fake. And someone like Kurt Kunkel, before he started murdering people, his stuff is probably the stuff I would watch. Like
Yeah,
his
yeah.
early, like, "Oh, what's up, Kurt from Kurt's World here."
Yeah.
Like the beginning videos. I probably would have been watching this stuff already.
Exactly.
He seems like more my type of stuff than
Than the other
stupid,
guy.
cringe
Yeah.
shit. That
Yeah. I am a YouTube girl. I am an iPad kid.
yeah,
I'm watching
was,
YouTube.
PewDiePie
Yeah.
was my thing growing up. I watched him. I still watch him today.
Do you ever watch Shane and Ryan?
Yeah,
Shane
it sounds-
Madej, Ryan.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Yeah.
They're from BuzzFeed and they do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's my go-to YouTube right now. They're like paranormal investigations.
The Bobby Bud Lee videos seemed like also like original like Logan and
Uh-huh.
Jake Paul videos of like their setup
Yeah.
videos and stuff that like clearly set up, but like it wasn't as obvious as Bobby Bud Lee's was with the looking into the camera and shit.
Yeah.
So it's clear that like they're making fun of something while trying to like
Yeah.
make a movie
Yeah.
or whatever. Anyway. Then we get 3 new passengers, and this is one of the cooler kills, was that he gets the triple kill
Uh-huh.
And the way he did it was like he told them to go up into the sunroof or the moonroof, whatever it's called. And I don't really know the difference between a sun and a moonroof, but
I think sunroofs are just bigger and towards the front, and moonroofs are smaller towards the back.
huh,
So remember Dad had 2 moonroofs in his Jeep?
yes.
And the red Jeep, we would look up and he'd say, that's the moonroof, because they're little.
Okay, maybe the moonroofs don't open.
They do not, no.
Okay, so the sunroof is the one that opens.
Yes.
All right, got it. So they're in the sunroof, right? They're hanging out, and he shuts them in it, right?
Yeah.
And he bursts through the gate, and the dog comes up and chews their faces off.
Uh-huh.
That's such a
Gnarly,
cool kill for this movie. And he just shoves the drill right into her head.
insane.
It's crazy. And I like how excited he was. He's like, what do you mean this is fake? I just got a triple KO!
So dumb.
It's so dumb, but it was so funny. And then still, after that, Bobby is still just egging him on, like telling him how bad he is and like how stupid this is and stuff. And like, dude, he's murdering people.
Like legit.
And you're like legit, and you're still acting like he's not doing anything. Like, what is it gonna take? You're literally pushing him over the edge. And then also, yeah, Jesse is kind of cringy with her stuff.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then this is where he gets onto her Instagram stories and like looking through her Instagram stories and stuff. And then she goes live with her gram or whatever. Kind of just dumb, cringy stuff.
Yeah. This movie has a high cringe levels.
Yeah,
Just
and
a
it's
warning.
obvious that that's what they were aiming for. And if you don't really understand that, then I guess you wouldn't really care too much for the movie.
Yeah, if you don't get that.
The cringy side of
Yeah.
it, like the cringe, they're literally making fun of people who post just stupid cringe
Yeah.
stuff on social media all the time. But it was also cool that they made it look like it was Jesse's house that Kurt showed up to. I liked that.
Yeah.
And when we eventually find out that he's at Bobby's house, and it was Miles that showed up to Jesse's house, we didn't know what was going to happen, really, but you could kind of guess a little bit because of like how far over the edge he was at this point. And he confronts Bobby, and that's when he actually pushes him off the edge, and he gets his ass stabbed next, and Bobby is the next victim. That was a pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah.
And he said just because he thinks that because he babysat me when I was like fucking 2 that I owe him something. And like that whole scene is just, and then he gets stabbed. And he's
I mean,
oh.
if the kids that I babysit now said that, I'd probably cry.
Yeah, I mean, like you knew them when they were little. At least like show a
Be a
tiny
little
bit of
nice.
appreciation. Yeah, be
The
nice
kids
at
I
least.
used to babysit when I was like 14, they're grown up now and they're so nice to me.
Exactly.
Thank
See?
you guys.
yeah, thank you guys. Don't kill.
You know who you are.
I won't kill ya.
No, they're the best.
So then the shower and stream hijack, I thought was a very much needed comic relief from this, because it's been kind of like sad and depressing, and then like gnarly with the killing and everything, and then it needed like this comedic where he's like, "Do you guys want to see my boner?" He's
Yeah.
like, just kidding.
JK.
Stay till, or what is it? He says, just you have to wait till later for that.
Gotta wait till later.
And then he takes over Bobby's
Yeah.
stream. He goes
Yeah.
and hijacks it, sends all the viewers over to him. But this is where we get a full meeting of the dad,
Yes.
of Kurt's dad. And it's clear from moment number 1 that there's like some sort of tension between the two of them.
Yeah.
They don't get along. It's very clear. We don't really know why quite yet. Just Kurt said that, you know, his dad was a deadbeat and stuff. But we don't really know what he did to become the deadbeat.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There's no backstory.
Right. And then his dad talks him into going into this set that
Yeah.
he has, and this famous DJ Uno, is supposed to headline or whatever, and thought it was really funny how DJ Uno didn't want to like tag him on anything, but when he said he was live, she like changed because she was,
People were watching.
people were watching, and she clearly has like a different persona on the internet
Oh, yeah.
versus her real life. But then Kurt leaves, and Uno comes out, knocks on the door, is like, "You take me LA taco truck."
Yeah.
He's like, "There's
No.
taco trucks
yeah.
everywhere. It's LA. They're all over the place."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, good, you take me then." I just thought that her like making him take her was just so funny.
He did it though. She got it done.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tag you if you take me to a
Yeah.
taco truck.
Done deal.
But she drinks the water. He wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. He didn't purposely
He wasn't trying to kill
give
Uno.
her the water.
No, she got it herself.
I think she only took a swig. Like a very small sip.
Yeah, so that's why
Yes.
the next part happens, where she passes out because she took a small sip. She was playing with the gun, taking selfies with it.
Idiot.
And then the cops... What do you think made the cops come over? Him throwing the water bottle out the window?
I don't know. Maybe
Because
he
I
just
see-
looked suspicious. Well, maybe because they asked if he was drinking. They
Yeah,
did
and
a
he fell out
sobriety
of the
test.
car, but it just seemed weird that they were just like, let's just go take
Yeah.
this guy out of his car or something. I thought it was kind of weird, but maybe they saw him throw the bottle and they were like, let's go tell this guy not to fucking litter.
Yeah.
But then Uno wakes up when they're doing the sobriety test, and she shoots the cop straight in the forehead.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
That was insane. I was not expecting that.
Me either. I was like,
Uh,
oh, okay.
All right, this is happening. I guess Kurt's not the only murderer here today.
Yeah.
But yeah, this also starts the car chase, which is very funny, very unique, very cool, where it's like adding in videos of different people's perspectives of the
Uh-huh.
chase. Like the people he's going in oncoming traffic,
Yeah.
their videos of, the car driving past and shit.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was very cool. And then he finally, quote unquote, escapes the police, and he flips his car. He was aiming for the tents.
He's
The homeless people in the
Yes.
tents, he was aiming for them, so it's kind of good that, his car ended up
Uh-huh.
flipping. Because, like, what did the homeless do?
nothing.
And they can't really get into your ride share,
Yeah.
so
Leave him alone.
leave them alone. Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, I thought that part was really funny, where he was like, I feel invincible, and then literally right when he said it, he flips the car.
I know.
And then Miles really is a creep.
Yeah.
Like, by this point, Miles has been under the view of just being straight creepy.
Yeah.
Like, he's acting really weird towards Jesse,
Uh-huh.
and I can't tell if, like, he, like, is actually attracted to her, or it's just a matter of, like, if she's gonna become famous, I'm gonna attach to her hip and try to become famous myself.
Yeah.
Like a leech, almost. It's hard to tell which one it is. Like, does he want to be with her, or is he just leeching
I
off of her?
couldn't tell
kind of
that
thing?
either.
But what we could both tell is he's a fucking creep.
Yeah, that's quite clear.
And then Jesse gets into David's car,
Mm-hmm.
which Kurt Kunkel went to, Jesse's stand-up. She talked about how she had a weird interaction with this dickhead and this weird guy who drove her around that day and said, like, that used to be me and all this other stuff. And it's true, a lot of people that are desperate for followers and stuff, like Twitch, Instagram, what have you, all start out with, like, soft begging, like,
Yeah.
please follow me kind of thing. Kind of like what Kurt did when he first met Jesse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he gets his own, like, Uber or whatever it was, and or Go-Go. It was a Go-Go.
Yeah.
And his name was David, and Kurt gets into his car. He's like, "Oh, you have a dash cam?" He's like, "Yeah, that's there for my safety." He's like, he slowly unzips his pouch. He pulls out, "I have one too." I thought he was gonna pull out the gun and shoot him or something.
I thought so too.
But he does end up killing David and taking his car and his persona under the Go-Go thing and stuff. But Jesse gets into David's car, which explains why she didn't realize that
Kurt.
it was Kurt.
Yes.
Because he ordered it on his phone.
Yeah.
She didn't see. She just knew what kind of car, so she just jumped in. And, Kurt was talking to her, was like, "I was at your show today." And, dang it, I skipped a line that I really like. He's, David made a joke. He's like, "I'm not that crazy killer driving around or whatever." And my favorite line is when Kurt goes, he starts laughing and goes, "I know." Because it was him.
It was him.
That's my favorite line in the movie. It's just,
Yeah.
"I know." And the way he said it,
I know.
and then eventually he just takes over David's car and
crazy.
stuff. It was wild. But yeah, Jesse gets into Kurt's new car and said, "Oh, we're not going to your home. We're going to my home." And then she tries to escape, choking him with the power cord, and he knocks her out, and he goes, "I told you, I'm all about love now." So funny.
So funny.
And then he's going to run her over, but the dash cam keeps falling off of the windshield, so he keeps stopping to put it back up because, that's the only way that the viewers can see what's going on is with the dash cam. And on the second time, she's gone. And he gets out of the car, and now it's a role reversal where she's in the car and he has to run from her. So he takes off running. I thought it was really funny that the donation popped up and instead of run, and then the music started. Kind of like that famous song or whatever. I don't really care for the song, but it says, he goes, "Run," and then the music starts. I like how they kind of did it that way. And obviously they didn't have the real song. It was just the one that Kurt made. And then this is where we find out Kurt killed his mom in the beginning of the movie. It's crazy because no one really knew that or suspected that in the beginning. And it's just a crazy reveal when Jesse looks down and sees a dead body there. And then, Kurt's dad comes out and we realize that this is Kurt's house because Kurt's dad was there and Kurt's mom was dead on the floor. And then he shoots his dad, which I feel bad because I like David Arquette, but I don't feel bad because it was Kurt's dad. He was kind of just a deadbeat dickhead, kind of, and that druggy.
And it seems like Kurt had a lot of mental issues, so
because of that.
Yeah.
And then I like the little flashback where it goes to like the beginning of the movie. And it's like
that too.
Oh wait, I forgot. And he ran back inside. He's "Mom," and then you hear her scream.
Yes. That's the scene I was about to bring up. Yeah.
I like that little addition in there.
Yeah.
To show like when exactly
You're
it
also
happened.
just sitting there watching like, what is going on?
Exactly. And then Jesse crushes Kurt with the car.
Yep.
Finally,
Killed him.
she killed him, and she survived. And then the donation says, "Take a picture and take a selfie with him."
Yeah, go see if he's really dead.
And then the selfie was actually really funny.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that it was like posted on social media and it wasn't like taken down or whatever. But it's a movie, so
it's fake, yeah.
And then Jessie blows up after that.
Yeah.
She becomes the girl who survived a serial killer when he killed all these a bunch of other people and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when what he was trying to do the whole movie was go viral, ends up making Jesse go even, mega popular or whatever because of this incident. And then I kind of like the little addition at the end too, where Kurt has like his own subreddit 4chan thing,
Uh-huh.
the Kurt Kunkel clan and
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
that's
like
fucked.
it's so fucked up, but so funny
So
at the
funny.
same time. It's just like, does anyone have the original videos? And he's like, why are you gonna fap off to him or something like
Yeah.
that? Like all the interactions on 4chan between each other and Kurt Kunkel and stuff was just absolutely hilarious, and the memes and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I also really liked that they added a Kurt outro, like his YouTube
Yeah.
type of outro. I think that was one of the most unique parts of this movie, was the intro and outro to the
I thought
movie.
so too, and I really like when a intro like gets my attention.
Is a sort of docu-series,
Yeah.
like you said earlier.
Yeah.
I really
I
enjoyed.
think the intro is important.
Exactly. I think it was really unique the way that they did the movie, which is why I give it a 7.5. I don't think 5.6 or whatever is fair.
Yeah. I really don't think so either.
What would you rate it?
I think it's like a 7.
I gave it a
because-
7.5 because of how unique
I liked it.
and how like excellent the acting was.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a bad actor in it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it probably wasn't the strongest writing
Yeah.
ever, but like it was still pretty engaging
Yeah.
and kept me entertained the whole time, you know. And
Did he write this movie or something?
Joe, no,
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
done by somebody else. I don't remember his name, but it was definitely a unique movie
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed. So I got a couple fear facts here.
Okay.
And so the way that Joe Keery built Kurt was Joe Keery just watched a shit ton of cringe compilations. Just watched them. Just studied cringe compilations
Yeah.
just to build the character of Kurt Kunkel. Just kind of funny that he like did legit research kind of thing
To
into
be
the
like
character
this.
to kind of be kind of cringy
Yeah.
and follower obsessed and fame obsessed and stuff. Which, knowing Joe Keery, he's gonna, actually try
Yeah.
for his role. So, what we were talking about earlier, the director actually wrote out, or somebody in the movie, I don't know if it was the director or what, but like, they actually wrote out each and every comment in the movie.
Oh
So
wow.
every single comment that was in this entire movie on any of the streams was actually written by real people in charge of the movie, right?
Yeah.
So there's an actual comment that said about, yo, what up? I'm Jared. My name's Jared. I'm 19 and I never learned how to fucking read. That's a comment in the actual movie.
I love that.
And that is because Bobby Bud Lee is Jared,
Yes.
who never learned how to read.
He,
the
it's a
famous
famous
vine. From when we were younger.
That's one of my favorite vines.
Not only is Bobby Bud Lee played by the same guy, but his one of the comments in the stream was exactly what he said in that video, which is absolutely hilarious.
So funny.
And then there were only 2 scenes in this entire movie that were filmed with an actual film camera. The rest were on like GoPros
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
like it was filmed on the actual cameras that would have streamed it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think is pretty cool.
Which makes it even more unique. So there was a guy, Elliot Rodger, who was the inspiration for Kurt, who actually did this in real life. He like live streamed him killing people, and he killed like 6 people or something in this fashion somewhere over in like Europe or something,
Yeah.
or Russia or something, like over in that area. But the Kurt Kunkel like type character was like actually legit. It's kind of scary
Yeah.
to think about because it could happen really to anyone, but it's also wild that like there was an actual inspiration for like behind Kurt Kunkel, like a real life person that was like this. So he said at one point in the movie, this is my last fear fact by the way, when he went to confront Bobby Bud Lee, he said, I have 7 kills already. and we've only seen 6 on screen. And it's because he killed his mom in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't know that until the end.
That makes sense.
And he said, dude, I've already killed 7 people. And that's because the 6 passengers plus his mom in the beginning.
Yeah, that checks out.
Which is kind of a little thing that if you didn't know that kind of thing, you wouldn't get it. And if you went, like, watched it again, you would not only know, you can kind of hear like a thud in the beginning, like when he gets into the house, but you don't
you can
think
figure it out
of,
if you watch it again.
yeah.
Pretty
and
much.
then you'll hear it next time you watch it. You'll hear him say 7 kills, meaning his mom was one of them. So go ahead and read the next week's question.
What room number, also the title of the movie, is a paranormal hotspot in this 2007 film starring John Cusack? Is that how I say it?
Yep.
Is that the guy from... What's the last name?
Yeah, he's from
High Fidelity.
High Fidelity, and
he's pretty popular.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
So
and
this might
Grosse
be,
Pointe Blank is one of my favorite movies by him.
This might be one that people can get.
Yeah. Mom will probably get that one, to be
the
honest
next
with you.
question for next time is a good one. It's an
Okay.
easy one, but it's good.
So our next movie is going to be the new Thanksgiving movie for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
obviously. And it's coming out the 17th, so we're going to watch it on the 17th, come back and record the episode. But we're also going to record the next episode early because I will be gone for Thanksgiving. I'll be out of state. Yeah, she'll be here, but
I'll
we're
be
going to record.
watching all the animals.
We're going to be.
What's new? Okay, I'll stop.
We're going to be recording 2 episodes next week, but we'll have them set up ahead of time so that you guys still get your gracious
Your content.
Yeah,
Your fucking content.
exactly.
Because what would you do without us?
That's right.
All of our 4 listeners, 1 being your mom. I'm just
Probably.
kidding.
I don't
We
know
have more
how
listeners than that, right?
Probably. I don't really look because I don't really care too much.
I don't look at anything ever. And I posted that picture of Cher and I only got 4 likes. What the heck, guys?
Picture of what?
Cher.
Oh yeah.
Guys. She was watching the movie. No one thought that was funny?
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny.
But I don't really look at the viewers because I mean if it's like super low or something.
I know we at least get a couple.
Yeah, but I mean if it was like really like 0 or something, I'd get like discouraged or something. So I just ignore it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
We just pretend like there's a lot out
yeah,
there.
there's like 50 at least.
What if there is?
Maybe. I don't really
I wouldn't
care.
know.
It's fine.
I know we at least got like 4 solid ones.
Listen, if you
4
are listening,
solid listeners.
if you are listening, we appreciate it.
We do.
We don't really look. I don't really look because
I don't look. I just show up and
That's
talk.
right. I just don't
I don't
want to
do
know.
nothing.
I just want to keep doing it until it becomes boring. So
Haven't gotten to that point yet.
no, and we're 60 some.
And then
Episodes
when
in.
his baby arrives, it's gonna get its own little mic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can just sit right here on Aunt Sissy's lap, and it can go goo goo gaga until it can
That's right.
watch the movies with us.
So next week is Thanksgiving, the
Correct.
new movie, new horror Thanksgiving movie coming out. So we'll catch you next week with Thanksgiving.
Thank you guys so much to all our solid 4 listeners. Catch you later.